Hello and welcome back to Advent Chat with Houndstrings. My name's Alex, I'm your host, and this is a little Vlogmas post for Advent. I'll be talking about some Advent calendars that I've got, some favorite holiday traditions, and other fun things. So welcome back. Hopefully this will be a little bit better than last episode. If you didn't watch that one, probably not too big of a deal. And yes, my hair is a mess. It's been raining, and this is what it does when it rains. It gets curly. So anyway, done fussing with it. But yeah, hopefully this will be a little bit better than yesterday's. Again, I was going through a really rough patch. So, but anyway, carry on. Let's get started with the first Advent calendar, which is my cup of tea. This is from a little Advent calendar that my friend Jessie of Army Wife Knitting Life sent me. And that's her Instagram name now. Her podcast name is Two Sticks and String. You can also find her on Ravelry as Army Wife Knit Life. As for myself, while we're on that note, I'm on Ravelry as Alex Handmade and on Instagram as handmade_hound. Alrighty, so we'll start with the tea advent calendar, and day 4 is Bierenschlitten. And that translates to sled berries or berry sled. And this one, oh my gosh, so what I do when I do the podcast is I steep it beforehand. That way I'm ready to taste it when I start recording. And oh, this one has been making my mouth water so much. It's a combination of it has apple, blackberry leaves, a little bit of hibiscus to give it that little bit of tart pop. And it has blackcurrant, which I really get strongly. But I'm just, and I think it has orange peel. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but I'm ready to taste. Oh my gosh, that one's good. I think so far, as far as which one's been my favorite, I think it's a toss-up between day 1, which is Winter Paradise, and this one. Ah, love it. All right. Don't want you, as much as I'd love to guzzle that all now, it's that good. Want to get into some of the content. First off, I have been working, as far as projects, I've been working on a non-secret project. So I want to show you that. So yesterday, since I did have to leave work early because I just couldn't handle myself, and I feel like, well, I'll tell you at the very end of the podcast I'll tell you at the very end of this episode, because I don't really want to bring down the mood just yet, but I am ready to talk about it. But anyway, between the news that I got yesterday and just the stress of things going on at work, I just had to leave. I mean, I just couldn't keep myself together. So that meant sitting down with a movie. Decided to watch Gardens of the World with Audrey Hepburn, because it's something that it's something that I enjoy without it being like humorous, which, if that makes sense, it just wasn't an appropriate time to watch anything particularly funny. But I was watching that, and I got some knitting done. So I got the brim finished for the hat I'm making for my coworker, and the pattern I'm using is the Lake Reed hat by Asita Krebs, and that again is a free pattern on Ravelry. And so I finished the brim, which is 4 inches long, so it can be folded up. And then I got the first row finished of the main pattern. So there's some cables. There are some interesting stitches. I don't want to give too much away. Again, the pattern's free, so go ahead and download it because it's absolutely beautiful. But it's got some interesting stitch work and some cables, so yeah, it's definitely worth checking out, worth looking at. So got quite a bit done, and the yarn I'm using is Rowan Soft Yak DK. It's a nice soft cotton blend, and it has yak in it. Can't remember if there's anything else to the fiber content, but it's really nice, and my coworker's gonna love it. So that's what I've been working on lately as far as projects, at least since yesterday. Let's see. Got my tree all set up. I'm just gonna pause real quick so you can see that. So by set up, I mean I already had the tree itself set up. You saw that day one. But I got some of my ornaments put on, and I'll see what else I can fit on. I realized after unpacking it that some of my ornaments would be a little too big for the tree, so I put my smaller ones on. I can fill in some of the blanks with the larger ones. And then I've got some itty bitties that I'll put on at the very end. So yeah, that's how that's been coming along. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so as you guys know, I've been participating in the 2019 photo challenge, and that makes me want to talk about as far as traditions. Since yesterday was Giving Tuesday, what are some things that you guys do to for your community during the holiday season? Is that something that you guys do? I know a lot of us think of giving as far as monetary, and that's what a lot of people think of for Giving Tuesday. But are there other ways that you give back? Do you volunteer someplace? So post your responses in the description below. I'd love to hear. And as far as the photo, I posted yesterday, I posted what I thought was going to be in it, what I was going to put up for the prompt, but I didn't really like that. So today I got a few more ideas as far as things to take pictures of. So I got a picture of a pile of food donations, but I took a picture of supplies that we've gotten donated in. I also took a picture of, took a candid shot of one of our lovely volunteers that came in today during the rain. And while volunteers aren't allowed to walk dogs while it's raining, she still came in anyway and found other ways to help us out. And then once the rain let up, she went right back out there to walk dogs. So we are so appreciative of her help, and as well as the other volunteers that come in. And of course, I asked for her permission before I got that photograph, so you don't have to worry about that, because it is a candid shot. She didn't really want her face in there, but it's like, I asked, you know, if I get a picture while you're signing someone out, would that be okay? And she said, sure. And then I also took a picture of myself holding up the 2020 calendar, which sales pitch, they're for sale, and they go back to help our critters. And they have some absolutely adorable pictures that people sent in. And because I didn't want to give away any spoilers, because I mean that's part of the fun of having the calendar, is seeing the pictures as you flip through month by month. But I did take a picture of this page because it shows what all of the monetary donations go towards, all the amazing work that you guys help with when you donate. So there goes Papageno telling me it's 10 o'clock, time to go to bed. Almost. I'm not gonna go right just yet. But because I can't help it, I really want to show you December 2019's picture. Beagles! Of course, if you guys are regular viewers, you know that I am a beagle lover. But yeah, so that's, so I did a photo collage of all of those and used that as my post. And I will say, while monetary donations are much greatly needed and greatly appreciated, they're not the only way that you can help out an organization. Donating needed supplies, volunteering, those are all ways to give back. So for everyone that contributes and gives back to our community in ways big or small, thank you. Alrighty, so for the last segment, let's open day 4 of the Forbidden Fiber Company Advent Calendar. And this feels not normally one to shake boxes, but this doesn't exactly feel like yarn in here, so I'm excited to see what it is. Ooh. Looks like, so we have some tea tree and lavender healing balm. And this is by their Essentials line, or let's see what the little info card says. So it says coming soon. So it does. So apparently it's not something that's up right away, but will be coming available. So that'll be fun to see. So the description reads, a natural neosporin, but perfect for dry skin. It works wonders on hands, cuticles, cuts, scrapes, and even diaper rash. It has also been shown to relieve eczema, soothes rosacea or rosacea, not sure how to pronounce that one, and heals psoriasis. It is antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, and antiseptic. It is a must-have for your home, office, or car's first aid kit. So let's try it out. There's also a little stitch marker apparently, but I'm curious to test this out. Oh, that smells so good. And it's predominantly lavender that's coming through, but it does have a little bit of that tea tree, but not enough to make it that kind of medicinal, overpowering smell. It's really nice. And then putting it on a scrape that's healing right now. Whoa, this is really nice. It feels really silky smooth, very light. A lot of, and I'm just going to slather this all over my hands. Something that I've noticed is with a lot of like lotion bars, solid balms like in this style tend to leave a heavy greasy residue, and this does not. It's very light, silky smooth, and it really feels like it works, but at the same time, you know, I could put a whole bunch on my fingers or put a whole bunch on my hands and be able to use them right away. So I'm curious to see what's in it. So the ingredients list is coconut oil, beeswax, or I should say fractionated coconut oil, which might be, if I remember my chemistry classes, something to do with like a heat processing or processing with maybe another chemical. I know in saponification, you mix a saturated fat like coconut oil or back in the ye olden days, tallow, which is sometimes still used because it is a common byproduct. That's the saponification process, but I'll have to see what the difference between fractionated and regular coconut oil would be. Or if you have an answer to that, comment down below. But it has the fractionated coconut oil, beeswax, and then lavender and tea tree essential oils. But I love this. It feels, again, it feels amazing. And it smells amazing too. And then let's see what the little stitch marker is. It's a little Christmas tree. See if it'll zoom in on that. Oh, come on. As I'm moving the camera around. Maybe if I get my head out of the way. And that'll be good enough. There's not like tiny intricate details that need to be seen, but it's absolutely adorable. And of course, I will get a better picture of this in a little bit and post it at the end of this segment. And that is day 4 of the Forbidden Fiber Company advent calendar. So originally I did say that I was going to share what was going on as far as yesterday, but I'll post that in the description because I really don't feel like bringing down the mood. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.